Hello, my name is Celeste. I'm 51 years old. I'm the owner and general manager of a small ski resort in upstate New York. This spring, in a little less than 3 months, I'm going to be moving out of my house, putting all my things in storage, forwarding my mail, and flying to California to go hike the PCT. I am so excited. So the PCT, for those of you that don't know, is the Pacific Crest Trail. It is a long distance trail that goes from the Mexican border to the Canadian border through California, Oregon, and Washington. There's a lot of diversity and different ecosystems and landforms and areas that you go through. It's a beautiful trail, very challenging, and I am super excited. So a little bit about me. I have always really liked to hike and like the outdoors. However, I really didn't do much of it. I was not good as a young mom or as an older mom at taking time for myself, work-life balance, self-care, all that stuff that we learn about and find hard to apply to our own lives. So in 2022, I really started getting into hiking more. I was really enjoying it. I'm kind of a competitive person, so there were some local hiking challenges that got me like a little bit obsessed, and just really enjoying learning about the area around me and experiencing it. Did a lot of hiking, section hiking on the Finger Lakes Trail, which goes right through, actually goes through my business property here. And over time, just was like, oh my gosh, I love hiking so much. I wish there was a way that I didn't have to go home at night. And then one day I found out about this thing called backpacking. So my first overnight backpacking trip was in, oh, there's a blowdown. My first backpacking trip was in March of 2023 with my 2 adult sons. We went to the Adirondacks and skied in, set up camp, and then skied up Mount Marcy, which is the tallest of the high peaks in the Adirondacks, and then skied down. So that was so awesome, like one of the most amazing experiences of my life, especially to do it with my 2 adult sons. It was 22 degrees the first night, 12 degrees the second night, and I loved every single second of it. And my oldest son said, well, if you like this, you're not going to have any trouble liking backpacking in general. And he was right. Less than 3 months later, I did a very short Thru-Hike of the Northville Placid Trail, which is also in the Adirondacks. That was 138 miles, I believe. So not very long, but a very remote area. You really only come to civilization twice. And one of those is just a town with Bob's house. Hi, Bob. And where a man who keeps resupply boxes, a trail angel who keeps resupply boxes on the NPT. And then it goes through Long Lake as well. So that was amazing. I loved it. I really thought that my goal was to get it done fast. So I was very proud of my 25 mile a day average pace and my 8 or 10 blisters. Don't remember now. I enjoyed it. I loved it. I had a great time. But if I did it again, I would take probably 8 days and spend a little more time. Anyway, so after that was in June. In September of the same year, I thru-hiked the Long Trail in Vermont for my 50th birthday. And that was awesome. I learned so many lessons on that trail. Learned not to try to conquer the trail. Learned to enjoy it and kind of play things by ear. let life unfold, which has become my mantra for the past year and a half. So, so that was 6 months, less than 6 months after my first ever backpacking trip. Then, since then, let's see, last spring, I thru-hiked the Pinhoti, which goes through Alabama and Georgia. It meets up with the Benton-MacKaye Trail, which then connects to the AT. I did not go on the Benton-MacKaye Trail. I had planned to, but there was a resupply and a time issue, so I ended up starting at Amicalola Falls. Was just going to do a quick overnight at Springer Mountain to be like, oh, this is what it's like to be a thru-hiker on the Appalachian Trail. And then I accidentally hiked 50 miles. Not in one day, but spent a couple days, had an awesome time. So I've hiked, in between there, a couple 100 miles of the AT. Now I forget, I'm like at 3 something on the Finger Lakes Trail in New York. I'm at the point where I need to just finish it because it's like a 3.5 hour drive from my house. And spend some time in the NCT, which is definitely a goal of mine to do an end-to-end there. But I'm so excited about the PCT. I've never even been much further west than Colorado. Have not been to California. Not been to like a true desert. Not been to these I've been to the Rockies. Oh, yes, I did 100 miles, 102.5 miles of the Colorado Trail this August. But besides a few times in the Rockies, I haven't ever been to like anything like the Sierra. So I'm just so excited. I could mention that in addition to being a hiker and a backpacker, I'm also a maintainer of 2 loops of the Finger Lakes Trail and have done a couple days of like building and maintenance on the main trail as well, building a lean-to. Although really I just dug a hole for the privy, helped to dig a hole for the privy. I still get to say I was part of building a lean-to. But this is the loop that I helped to maintain. I just started, so I'm still learning. And I really don't know where life is going to take me after the PCT, so I don't know if I'll be back and can continue doing that, but wherever I am, I plan to continue doing that. So I think that is enough about me. And I should turn around because I'm actually at work, but I just love, even though this is brown and muddy and seems kind of dead, I just love the woods at this time of year. So I figured I would share that view with you. I am in the early stages of planning this hike, so maybe I will ask for some tips and pointers on the way if anyone has hiked the PCT that's watching this. I am probably have all my gear except for an ice axe if I decide to do that. I do plan to do probably daily vlogs, and I know uploading and getting time to edit is an issue, but that's my hope. I also have a TikTok channel, so I'm not sure how I'm going to balance time between those, but it'll be, a work in progress. So I hope to put out at least beforehand 1 video a week, and then, like I said, I'll be doing daily videos once I get on trail, and when I'm able to upload them, of course. So anyway, I am super excited. Obviously, I'm new to the YouTube side of things. I have only done TikTok. I think TikTok is a little easier, but I've been encouraged by a few people to start a YouTube channel and figure what the heck. Oh, I forgot. My trail name is Mockingbird. I got that on the long trail. I like to whistle while I hike. I try not to actually do that when there's a lot of people around because, sometimes people like to hear nature. But I was coming around the corner, going up a hill, and I whistle, especially when things get hard. And somebody said, well, I thought a mockingbird was coming up the hill. And so that became my trail name. And it's stuck ever since. I like it and I'll keep it. So anyway, if you want to follow along, if you have any tips, pointers, tricks, advice, encouragement, especially encouragement for me, I will be here on YouTube at Celestial Hikes. My Instagram handle is the same, and my TikTok is also the same. All right, wish me luck. I will be posting some of my training and planning and all that, and how I'm getting prepared. Thanks. Talk to you soon.